Hello, and a very warm welcome to episode number 94 of Tuesdays at 2, when I go live on three different platforms to talk about something that's pertinent to executive career management. A different topic each week, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I want to share my vast knowledge of 30 years as an executive career management practitioner with you, the viewer, whether it be live or in a replay. So, my name is Martin Buckland, and I am an executive career management practitioner. So, I manage and I advance the careers of senior executives like you. If you want a free, no obligation resume critique, I'm more than happy to give that more details later. But this is also your show. So please, if you've got any questions relating to career management, something's on your mind, bugging you about your job search, why aren't you getting a job? Why isn't your resume performing or your CV performing? Please put them in the comments below. And as we go through this today, Tuesdays at 2, I will answer those questions you have. So today's topic is a very interesting topic, 5 key LinkedIn tips. If you aren't on LinkedIn, you are committing career suicide. It's the number one platform to be on. So here are my tips on how to optimize your impact on that very, very key, very crucial platform. Now I could go on for ages till breakfast tomorrow morning here at Standard Time talking about LinkedIn. I'm really passionate about LinkedIn. I myself am always on LinkedIn. I teach LinkedIn. I write the LinkedIn profiles. But people make so many mistakes. And when I was thinking about, well, which are the top 5 am I going to talk about in Tuesdays at 2 today? I was a bit confused because there's so many. I could keep you really going until breakfast tomorrow morning. But here are 5. And if you stay to the end, I'm going to give you a bonus. So here we go. Number one, fully complete your LinkedIn profile. Now, each section, as you scroll down on LinkedIn, it has a different number of characters. And they are always making some changes to that. In fact, they're always lengthening those number of characters you can have in each section as you scroll down. Make sure you fill each section. For instance, the headline is 220 characters. Why just use 20 when you've got 220 characters to sell yourself to a global audience approaching 800 million members? That's a huge audience for free. So do it. So fill that 220 character headline up. The one that people very rarely fill up or go anywhere close to filling their link, the section up is the About section. You're allowed 2,600 characters. That's a lot of characters to talk about you. This is your platform to sell yourself, manage your career, or for entrepreneurs, you can sell your services, product offerings, etc. So, number one, fully complete your LinkedIn profile. Don't have a skeleton. And when I see your job and the title and the company name, nothing underneath, I want to shiver because you need to put your accomplishments there. This is a great tool. The more you put on there, the more Google will find you, and the more executive recruiters and HR professionals, when they're looking for talent, will find you. You need to be found. You manage your career. So number one, fully complete your profile from top to bottom. Number two, have a professional photograph there. I'm not interested in you hugging your kids or your spouse, or you on a vacation boating or carrying a fish from your recent trophy from a fishing trip. You need to have a very professional picture. If you have a professional picture there, and note for versus zero picture, Google in its algorithm visits to your LinkedIn profile for free will give you a 1400% uplift for free, just simply having a professional photograph. Then the next one in this number 2 is customize your LinkedIn URL. Why do that? Several reasons. It's far more professional, and you put your new customized LinkedIn URL on your resume, on your CV. Number 2 in this is that Google again gives you a huge uplift in algorithm visits to your LinkedIn profile. So you get another 400% uplift in Google visits to your LinkedIn profile. You want as many Google visits for free, not going to cost you anything, as you can to get to your LinkedIn profile. So think about customizing your LinkedIn URL and having a professional photograph. How do you know you haven't customized your LinkedIn profile? If you got numbers and letters after your name, that is the default that LinkedIn gave you when you signed up, whenever. So that tells me that you haven't customized that. So go and take those numbers and letters out after your name. Now, 800 million viewers or members, lots of your names will probably be taken. So be a bit creative. Think about the middle name, or hyphenate the middle name, or be creative. Don't shorten your name, but hyphenate the middle name, or add, or whatever, reverse. But make sure you have your name, customize your LinkedIn URL, and a professional photograph. Anybody got any comments, anything to do with today's topic, LinkedIn, or career management? I'm here for you. I will answer the questions live as we go through this Tuesdays at 2. Number 1 and number 2 we've covered. Number 3, be active on LinkedIn. I see so many people who have got the basic profile and haven't been on LinkedIn or done anything on LinkedIn for months, if not years. What message is that going to tell an executive recruiter? Somebody may be hunting for your talent, just like you, or an HR professional. You need to be active on LinkedIn, even when you're gainfully employed. Now, what does active mean? When you're gainfully employed, you don't have to be on there every day. But when you are in career transition, i.e. unemployed, yes, you need to be on there for hours and hours each day. But what does that mean by being active? I want to see your activity. That's one of the screening points when somebody's looking for talent. How active is this potential candidate? So you can share. So there's so much content today being created within your industry. If you have an industry related website or magazine, you can share content. So pick that up, use Google Alerts, and go to Google Alerts and type in buzzwords, keywords that are pertinent to you. And every day down into your email is neatly downloaded buzzwords that were pertinent to you. So something like, I use resume writing, I use career coaching, I use personal branding. Anything today that's mentioned in personal branding will be downloaded to my email tomorrow. And I can look at them and then make a comment, share. So you need to share. This is your platform to market yourself as an expert. Please feel free to have any comments, put the comments bar below, and I will answer your question. So share. then comment. Make some comments on your connections posts that they've recently posted. That also raises your ranking within the Google environment and the LinkedIn environment. And then you need to post, create your own content. There's so much available today. You can create your own content. If there's something on your mind, like you can't get a job, you're stuck in your job search, post about it. And then I bet you will get lots of people wanting to help you and sharing their expertise on how they conquered that tough and very frustrating career transition. So be active. Number 3, be active on LinkedIn. Don't be passive. It's your window to the world. Share, comment, and post. Share, comment, and post. It's for free. It gives you a huge platform to broadcast exactly who you are, your value, and talk about or converse within your own environment on topics that could be value to your next job. Number 4, connect with a defined audience. There are people who just go and connect with anybody and everybody. That's not the idea, the focus of LinkedIn. Each of you listening today, live and on the replay, have a very, very particular audience. You don't want to go and connect with somebody who's totally different, a totally different industry, totally different function to you. You want to connect within your own industry and your own function. Plus you need to connect with executive recruiters. So right now you're allowed 30,000, and then you're allowed a lot far more followers. If you run out of connections, then you can kick them over into the followers. I do a range of the two. I'm hitting that 30,000 anytime in the next few months. But I'm very, very particular in my audience. Who am I going to invite into my membership, my tribe? Because then I can share my membership with my clients. So a lot of them are executive recruiters. They want to connect with executive recruiters. A lot of them are in the mining space, where I'm also an expert, the mining industry. A lot of them are executive master of business administration, where I'm also an expert. So think about connecting within your audience. And when you want to connect with somebody, don't just press that send button. It's very, very impersonal. I think it's discourteous as well. So always write a very brief introduction on why you want to connect with that person. That's very professional. So many people want to connect with me, and if they don't have anything in their message, generally I delete them. They haven't connected with me because they haven't just had the time to just put a note. You're allowed, I think it's 300 characters. So typing 300 characters is not going to take you long, but be courteous, be professional, and be very, very specific when you are building up your network in LinkedIn, whether they be followers or whether they be connections. You need to have a very, very defined audience. I rarely go out of my audience. Anybody got any questions? Please feel free. So that's number 4. Number 5 is you need to have the keywords that are pertinent to you. By that, I mean the buzzwords, the skill sets, the talent that you have that you want to be found on. So right now, everybody watching, whether it be live or in the replay, I know there is people looking for your talent right now, because we are in a huge talent shortage, a massive talent shortage, massive. So you need to have all the buzzwords that are pertinent to you. So an executive recruiter, an HR professional, or some other decision maker can find you on LinkedIn. You are allowed a maximum of 50. Don't go to 20, don't go to 30, don't go to 40. Fill 50 out. Think about when you're writing your LinkedIn profile and you're filling in this section, the keyword, the buzzword section. Think, well, if I was searching for myself, what business, functional, specific buzzwords would I type in so that my profile will be found? So have a maximum of 50. Do a lot of brainstorming. You can actually do research on, well, what are the best keywords, buzzwords that will facilitate action, people calling you. This is your platform to market yourself. So let's run through that again. Number one is complete the profile fully, top to bottom. Number two, have a professional photograph and customize your LinkedIn URL. Number three, be active. Don't be passive. Share, comment, and create your own post, your own content. Number four, connect within a defined audience. Don't go like this, but go like this. Always be polite and send a personal invite when you ask people to connect with you. And number five, have those business buzzwords, keywords specific to you, your skill set, your level, your industry. Have a maximum of 50. Fill it right out. Here is the bonus I promised you at the beginning of Tuesdays at 2. You also need to have recommendations. I see so many LinkedIn profiles without recommendations. Zero, nothing at all. Very interesting. A client, I'm going to say 3 months ago, who didn't have any recommendations, wasn't getting any traction, now has got a lot more traction on LinkedIn since he gathered a series of recommendations. You don't want 100. You can go away with 15 to 25 is good. Who should those recommendations be? Well, preferably get one from your boss or your boss's boss. Now, that might be difficult, but you might be able to get a retired boss or a boss who's gone to another company, somebody who's lateral to you, 2 or 3 people who are lateral to you, several employees, and then you need to have either vendors slash suppliers or clients or customers, or a combination of those all. About 15 to 20 recommendations, and keep updating those. You need to have current recommendations. If I see a recommendation that was 2011, 2012, a decade old, if I was an executive recruiter or an HR professional, well, what am I going to think? Instantly, that's a negative thought. You don't want any negative thoughts when people go from top to bottom and find you on your profile and find you on LinkedIn. The more text you put on LinkedIn, the more people will call you. So that's about it. That's my Tuesdays at 2. Thanks very much for joining me today. It's been a pleasure. I love sharing my expertise every Tuesday at 2. I also have career tips for a crazy world, 9 a.m. Monday morning and 2 p.m. Friday afternoon. It's a 1 minute, a very quick 1 minute tip. But let's see what we got on for next week. Well, the topic for next week is what shouldn't I put? What shouldn't I put on my resume, my CV? I see so much stuff that should not be put on a resume, on a CV each day when I'm giving critiques. So if anybody wants a free, no obligation resume critique, I'm more than happy to provide that. or you want a LinkedIn profile audit, I'll go through it, go through all those number 5 to number 6, a bonus one, and a lot more with a free LinkedIn audit. And I also have a YouTube channel. So everything that I talk about here on Tuesdays at 2 and my other live broadcasts, plus I have many particularly specific shot videos. Please go to my YouTube channel and press the subscribe button and the bell button, where you will be notified of anything future videos. And there are future videos in the pipeline coming down the pipeline. So we got one comment. So Ricardo, hi, how are you doing? I haven't seen you for a long time. Is it worthy to pay for the premium version of LinkedIn? This is a great question. If you are gainfully employed, perhaps not. But if you are contemplating a career transition, or you are currently in career transition, i.e. unemployed, yes, you need to have that, because that premium version allows you extra bells and whistles that you don't get in the free version. So it is a good investment. Everybody needs to invest in their career. This is one financial investment you probably need to make, definitely, without doubt, when you're in career transition or contemplating leaving your company and going on planning and executing a job search. So yes, I would say yes. Not necessary when you're gainfully employed. I have it all the time because I need it, because I teach LinkedIn and I'm always on LinkedIn myself. I need those extra bells and whistles, but maybe not for you, Ricardo. Hopefully that has answered your question. Great to see you here. Thanks for that great question. Anybody got any other questions? If not, I will wrap it up, and I will see you next week, Tuesdays at 2, when we'll be talking about what not to put on your resume, your CV. So thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you've gained just one thing, one snippet of information in today's Tuesdays at 2 that now you can onboard and put into your LinkedIn profile. But make sure you use your LinkedIn profile and fully complete your profile. It takes hours to fully complete, but it's well worth it. Oh, there's some more questions coming in. Great. So what is your view about cover letters? That's a really good question. Thank you, Richard. What's your view about cover letters? So there's various opinions out there, but let me talk about a cover letter versus a resume. Resume/CV, depending on where you are in the world, is a historical document. It takes you from today backwards. And a cover letter, written in the personal pronoun, the word I, my, he or she, takes you from today forwards. Now, there's different types of cover letters depending on the audience, but my philosophy is be prepared. Remember that Scout motto, be prepared. You never know whether an executive recruiter or other hiring authority, HR, or somebody else is going to read that. Many people don't, but many people do. And they scrutinize that cover letter from top to bottom, upside down, back to front, and they look for good content to make people want to pick up the phone and give you a call. So my philosophy as an executive career management practitioner is, yes, you need to have a cover letter in every application you make. And remember to customize it. You can't use a generic cover letter. You need to customize it again to that particular audience. So hopefully that, Richard, has answered your question about cover letters. Yes, you need them. Anybody got any other questions? If not, I will wrap it up, and I will be back for Tuesdays at 2 next week, and then I will be career tips for a crazy world this Friday, 2 p.m. and 9 a.m. next Monday. So have a great week all, and I'm here for you. If anybody wants a free, no obligation resume critique, go to my LinkedIn profile. My email is there, and I'll be happy to give you 30 minutes for free of my time, but I do say it as it is. Thank you, Richard. Thank you, Annette. Thank you, Ricardo, for watching and your questions, and I will see you all next week, Tuesdays at 2.